Ever wondered if Bigfoot is just a hairy guy who got lost in the woods and thought, you know what, screw paying taxes, I'm going to live off berries and scare hikers? Well, you're not alone. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, skunk ape, whatever you call him, this mysterious beast has captured our imaginations for centuries. Whether you're 6 or 65, this mystery has something for everyone. So, grab your magnifying glass, your oversized footprints, and maybe a tranquilizer gun, just in case. And let's dive into the world of Bigfoot. So who is Bigfoot, and where did this legend come from? The story of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, has intrigued and mystified people for decades. To truly understand the origins of this legendary creature, we need to travel back in time. Imagine this. It's the year 1958, a time when America was booming post-World War II, and the country was filled with optimism and curiosity. In the midst of this era, a bunch of construction workers in Bluff Creek, California, stumble upon some massive footprints. These weren't just any footprints, they were enormous, unlike anything anyone had seen before. We're talking footprints bigger than Shaquille O'Neal's shoe size, which is saying something. The sheer size and depth of these prints suggested that whatever made them was incredibly large and heavy. Naturally, the media had a field day. Headlines screamed about the discovery, and newspapers flew off the shelves. People were fascinated and terrified in equal measure. Was this the proof of a giant creature lurking in the forests? Speculations ran wild. Was it a giant prehistoric ape that had somehow survived into modern times? Scientists and enthusiasts debated endlessly, each with their own theories and evidence. Or was it a publicity stunt by a local shoe store trying to drum up business with an outlandish story? Some skeptics believed it was all a clever marketing ploy. Or maybe, just maybe, it was Bigfoot. The idea of a mysterious, elusive creature living in the dense forests captured the imagination of the public. People began to report sightings and encounters, adding fuel to the fire, and thus the legend was born. Bigfoot became a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of the unknown and the unexplained. The story spread far and wide, becoming a staple of American folklore. Native American tribes have been telling stories about hairy, ape-like creatures roaming the forests for centuries, long before the 1958 discovery. These tales were passed down through generations, each adding to the rich tapestry of Bigfoot lore. Whether you believe in Bigfoot or not, there's no denying the impact this legend has had on our culture and our imaginations. The mystery continues to this day, with new sightings and stories emerging all the time. So, who is Bigfoot? Perhaps we'll never know for sure, but the legend lives on. Let's talk about those sightings. Bigfoot, the elusive creature of the forest, has fascinated and mystified people for decades. From the dense woods of the Pacific Northwest to the remote forests of the Appalachian Mountains, people have reported seeing this legendary beast in various places. What makes these sightings so intriguing? Thousands of people have claimed to have seen Bigfoot over the years. These sightings span different continents, with reports from North America, Asia, and even parts of Europe. Each sighting adds a new layer to the mystery, making Bigfoot one of the most talked about cryptids in history. We've got grainy photos, shaky videos, and more eyewitness accounts than a Kardashian trial. These pieces of evidence, though often inconclusive, fuel the debate about Bigfoot's existence. Some of these photos and videos are so ambiguous that they could be anything from a bear to a person in a costume. There's the famous Patterson-Gimlin film from 1967, which shows a large, hairy figure strolling through the woods like it's late for a yoga class. This footage has been analysed countless times, with experts and skeptics alike trying to determine its authenticity. Despite the scrutiny, the film remains one of the most compelling pieces of evidence for Bigfoot enthusiasts. Some people swear it's the real deal, while others think it's just a guy in a gorilla suit having a bad hair day. The debate over the Patterson-Gimlin film is a microcosm of the larger Bigfoot debate, a clash between believers and skeptics, each side armed with their own set of arguments and counter-arguments. Then there's the time a group of campers in Oregon reported seeing Bigfoot doing the Macarena by the campfire. While this story might sound far-fetched, it highlights the often humorous and bizarre nature of Bigfoot sightings. People love to share their encounters, whether they're serious or just for laughs. Okay, I made that last one up, but you get the idea. The stories range from the plausible to the downright ridiculous, but they all contribute to the enduring legend of Bigfoot. It's this mix of mystery and humor that keeps people intrigued and talking about Bigfoot year after year. Bigfoot sightings are like UFO sightings. Everyone has a story, but nobody has any solid proof. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the legend of Bigfoot continues to thrive. People are drawn to the mystery, the possibility that there might be something out there lurking in the shadows of the forest, waiting to be discovered. And as long as there are forests to explore and imaginations to fuel, the legend of Bigfoot will never truly fade away. Chapter 3. The Science of Squatching. More questions than answers. Now you might be thinking, Jimmy, this is all fun and games, but surely there's some scientific evidence to support Bigfoot's existence, right? After all, with all the technology and expertise we have today, it should be a piece of cake to prove or disprove the existence of such a creature. But, as it turns out, the world of Bigfoot research is filled with more questions than answers. Well, that's where things get a little fuzzy. The evidence collected over the years has been anything but clear. From blurry photographs to shaky videos, the proof often leaves much to be desired. It's almost as if Bigfoot is playing a game of hide and seek with us, always staying just out of clear view. Scientists have analysed hair samples, footprints, and even audio recordings attributed to Bigfoot. These efforts have spanned decades, with researchers dedicating countless hours to the pursuit of concrete evidence. Hair samples are meticulously examined under microscopes, footprints are cast and measured, and audio recordings are scrutinized for any signs of the elusive creature. And the results? Inconclusive. Mostly. Despite the best efforts of some of the brightest minds in the field, the evidence often leads to more questions than answers. It's a frustrating endeavour, to say the least. Imagine spending years in the lab, only to find that your groundbreaking discovery is, well, not so groundbreaking after all. Some hair samples turned out to be from bears, dogs, or even, wait for it, humans. Yes, you heard that right. In the quest to find Bigfoot, researchers have often stumbled upon more mundane explanations. It's a humbling reminder that nature is full of surprises, and not all of them are as exciting as a giant hairy hominid. The footprints? Well, it turns out bears can walk on their hind legs, and they're not very good at staying inside the lines. These misidentified tracks have led many a researcher down the wrong path, quite literally. It's a classic case of mistaken identity, where the ordinary is mistaken for the extraordinary. As for the audio recordings, well, let's just say that if Bigfoot's out there, he's got a pretty impressive set of pipes. The sounds attributed to Bigfoot range from eerie howls to strange knocks and whoops. While some believe these noises are definitive proof of Bigfoot's existence, others argue they could be anything from other animals to environmental sounds. The debate rages on, with no clear resolution in sight. So, where does that leave us? With more questions than answers, it seems. The search for Bigfoot is a journey filled with twists and turns, dead ends, and unexpected discoveries. It's a testament to the enduring mystery of the natural world and our unending curiosity. Whether Bigfoot is out there or not, the quest to find him continues to captivate and intrigue us all. Chapter 4. Bigfoot. The celebrity we all know but have never met. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Bigfoot has become a pop culture icon. He's been featured in movies, TV shows, commercials, you name it. Remember Harry and the Hendersons? That heartwarming tale of a family who befriends a Bigfoot and tries to hide him from the government. Classic Bigfoot cinema. And who could forget the countless documentaries dedicated to uncovering the truth about this elusive creature? They're like the real housewives of the cryptozoology world, full of drama, intrigue, and questionable hair extensions. Chapter 5. So is Bigfoot real? Don't ask me, I'm just a talk show host. So after all this, what's the verdict? Is Bigfoot real, or is it all just a big hairy hoax? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to believe that there's still some mystery left in this world, that there are creatures out there we haven't discovered yet, but the other part of me thinks that if Bigfoot really existed, we'd have found him by now. I mean, we've got drones, thermal imaging, and Google Earth. You'd think we'd have spotted a giant hairy ape by now, right? Bigfoot. Believe it or not. Do you believe in Bigfoot, or is it just a big hairy tale? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysterious fun. If you ever find yourself lost in the woods and come face to face with a large hairy creature, remember to stay calm, offer him a granola bar, and for the love of all that is holy, get a selfie.